Okay, so last week we talked about explosive strength and how maximum strength can influence explosive strength. I've had a few people inbox me and ask me, how do you train for maximum strength? So, as most of you know already, maximum strength will be the largest weight lifted, so the bar is going to be very slow as we're lifting it. When we think of force times velocity, when force is high, velocity is low, and when velocity is high, force is low. As a side note, before we get into the topic, maximum strength is kept for longer if it is first built upon a base of muscle size or hypertrophy. What this means for most of us is that we want to increase our muscle size before we get into our strength block by doing 8 to 10 reps, 3 to 4 sets of multiple exercises. When it comes to maximum strength, there is no real difference between the effectiveness of 2 or 3 training sessions per week. It is known that training with a rest period of 2 days between strength sessions is greatly more effective than training with a rest period of 1 day. Here are 5 points to think about when training for maximum strength. When it comes to increasing our strength with 3 sessions per week, we can use maximum weights for all the sessions, 2, 3. However, to save yourself the stress and what's just as efficient is training with submaximum weights twice a week at 70%. So for example, Amy's got 25 kilos here, and once a week at maximum weights, which would have been 35 kilos. 1, 2. However, the increase in strength from training with submaximum weights twice a week and maximum weights once a week is mostly with training with maximum weights. So for example, Amy is going to get the most out of her strength training block by training with 35 kilos on the bench and then using the 25 kilos as a little booster. As a side note, Amy's bench press is way stronger than 35 kilograms because she's an absolute dragon. To increase strength in your 3 sessions per week, the weight should be heavy enough to be able to lift between 3 and 10 repetitions. 3, 8, 5, I don't know any other languages. For you athletes out there, exercising once a week with your 1 rep max for 1 set greatly enhances your strength for up to 6 weeks. So if you're peaking for an event, this is perfect. Exercising twice a week with 3 sets of your 10 rep max is just as efficient as training 3 times a week with 3 sets of your 10 rep max. So essentially, the most important thing is getting in the gym and lifting heavy 2 or 3 times a week. And obviously, the optimal number of strength training sessions per week is different for everyone. What's optimal for one person may not be optimal for another. For example, if you're involved in a sport like running and you're putting a lot of mileage, you're not going to be able to recover as fast as someone who doesn't run at all. And if you're a beginner, you will see significant increases in strength training once a week, as well as training 5 times a week. This is Matt from SD Strength. Leave a comment or send me a private message if you have any further questions.